Hi, Lee Phillips here. Yeah, I'm a lawyer. Don't hold that against me. As always, let me talk to you for a minute about who owns the property in a trust. Now, really doesn't matter whether it's a living revocable trust, the one that you use for estate planning to avoid probate, or an irrevocable trust that you can use to shift income and to do all of that sort of stuff, and we have YouTubes on those things. But who owns the property? The beneficiary? The guy who put it in? When you put it into a living revocable trust to avoid probate, that's a disregarded entity. Everybody says it's you. Well, it's not you. It's actually an entity, and technically in all of the trusts, the trustee holds the property for the benefit of the beneficiaries. So you've got to remember there are three parts to your trust's name. There's the name of the trust, the date of the trust, and the trustee. All three of those elements have to be on the signature card at the bank, they have to be on the deed, they have to be on the brokerage account, they have to be everywhere. Because we have to identify the trust, and then technically the trustee holds the title or owns the property, owns the bank account. Now, they don't own it personally though. I can't sue them and get to that. They hold the property, they own the property in their fiduciary duty. And the fiduciary duty is a big deal. If you actually understood what it was, nobody would be a trustee, because you are obligated to hold that property in your name for the benefit of the beneficiaries. So it's not yours, and I can't sue you and take it away from you. You don't pay taxes on it. It's not yours, and yet you own it. But you own it as trustee, which is a big deal. And it's very different than you owning it outright or as a joint tenant or tenant in common or whatever it is. You own it as a trustee. And a trustee is a very sacred obligation under the law. So who owns it? Trustee owns it. And normally you're the trustee of your living revocable trust. So you own it, you control it, you do everything with it, it's yours. Now, people who put property into land trusts are trying to stay anonymous very often. Anonymity. And we've got another YouTube on anonymity with trusts, anonymous trusts, whatever, privacy in trusts. And they want to be anonymous, so they can't have their name on as trustee. They get a third party to be the trustee. And that way when you do the search in the files at the county, you can't find anything that they own. Well, I'm not going to get into it now, but I'm not too hep on anonymity in trusts. I don't think it works. But if you keep your name off the deed as trustee, then whoever's name does appear as trustee, they will appear on the title in the search at the county, because the trustee technically holds or owns the piece of property. Lee Phillips talking about who owns property in the trust.